Greetings and welcome back to On Hit ASMR. I am glad that you took some time to come by and learn with us tonight, and I hope that you will return. With that being said, if you're not a subscriber, we would greatly appreciate your subscription. And if you are a subscriber, thank you for continuing to learn and explore with us. Today, I will be discussing North America, at least the cultural aspect of North America. North America is one of the 7 continents, and it is comprised of 3 countries mainly. Those countries are Canada, the United States of America, and Mexico. And I hesitated a little bit to say Mexico because even though physically Mexico is a part of North America, culturally they're really more part of Latin America. But just to kind of add a little bit of clarity to it, I don't want to confuse anyone by misleading them geographically, thinking that Mexico is not part of North America. So it indeed is physically a part of North America, but more culturally leans towards Latin America as far as lifestyle and practices go. But to be fair, there are 3 legitimate countries that technically belong to the mainland of North America. So I will briefly go through the different areas of North America and kind of describe, what's what. So if you start at the far northern end or the North Pole of North America, you will find friendly people, native American people known as Eskimos. Eskimos have been around for thousands of years, for eons, and they have existed off of substances, types of agriculture, what little things they can grow there, but mainly a high meat and a high fat diet. So culturally, that is pretty much how they survive, off of whale blubber and other Arctic animals as they can find them, because it's not always an easy task. Next, you have Canadians proper, which are mainly derived from the French culture, some aspects of British, because there is a British Columbia in Canada, but mainly most French Canadians or Canadians identify with the French culture. So they are also very, very proud of their Canadian Hockey League. Hockey is basically to Canada as football is to or American football is to the United States. They are very proud and have won several national championships or international championships, not to mention Olympic gold medals as well. Now, when we go a little farther south and we venture into the United States proper, most of the culture that is most idolized, even though there's many like subcultures in the United States, such as people from the South, people from the Northeast, Midwesterners, and of course our West Coast and mountain people, the cowboy is the image that comes to light. And I basically subscribe to that culture myself. Being not necessarily, I'm not a cowboy, but I can definitely identify with the cowboy lifestyle. It's all about the American spirit, about being free and being adventurous and not being afraid to try new things and set out and conquer new land. So when you think of the spirit of America, barbecue and steak and all of those things that we like to eat, hamburgers even, this kind of outlines, in chili beans, it outlines what the heart and essence of being American is really about. And then lastly, we have Mexico, as I mentioned. Mexico is a Spanish-speaking country, whereas in America, obviously we speak English because that's the way you're getting this program. And in French Canada, they actually speak French, if I failed to mention that, but they also speak some degrees of English as well. But Mexico speaks Spanish, a Spanish dialect, and the Mexican culture is basically derived from ancient American Indian tribes such as the Olmecs, the Mayas, and the Aztecs, and then in some degrees the Incas, which basically migrated further south into South America. But mainly the Mayan and Aztec culture are the ones that have the most or strongest influence on Mexican culture, even as we know it today. The artwork, the food, the cuisine, basically everything about Mexico is a combination of both European, aka Spanish influence, with the Native American tribes that were already here, the ancient Native American tribes. So it's somewhat of a hybrid type of culture, bringing two different worlds together to create a great country in and within itself. And there's not many people I know, even here in America, that don't love aspects of Mexican culture, particularly Mexican food. So I think that these three countries and some of the regions that, and the cultural regions that they inhabit, definitely make North America a wonderful place. And there's lots of things that I kind of skipped over, but this is kind of like a generic overview. But North America is full of diversity and full of many, many different cultures from really all over the world. But when you think like globally about what the three major areas culturally would be, then I think that we pretty much covered that. So if you have a chance to go to Canada, I doubt very seriously you may have an opportunity to go to the North Pole, but more power to you if you do. But if you go to Canada, be sure to take in some of the sites. Some of their major cities are Toronto, Montreal, Edmonton, and Vancouver. Of course, in the United States, you have many large cities you can go to: New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Atlanta, Minneapolis, Dallas, Oklahoma City, Houston, Seattle, San Francisco, Miami, New Orleans, Memphis, Nashville, St. Louis, Detroit, to say a few. And that's not all. That's just a sample. There's many great American cities you can visit. And then in Mexico, of course, you have Mexico City, which is one of the largest cities in the world. And you can probably pretty much get every aspect of Mexican culture that you desire by going to Mexico City. And another city in north central Mexico is the city of Chihuahua. And it's a great city as well. And then you have Cancun, which is a nice tourist destination for a lot of people from around the world. So you can have a great time in North America. So if you're not from North America, I invite you to come and visit and form your own opinion. Once again, this is On Hit ASMR, and I hope that you've enjoyed the content. Thank you.